this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
46-yard line.
Second and 14. A handoff to Mixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run with Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Keelan Cole now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he finds his man, Griffin. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Elliott. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Caught here by Griffin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Vikings nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He was brought down by...
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
At the 14-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. They knocked it free.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On play action, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
The 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A toss left, Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
On the carry.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 50, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
3-yard pickup.
Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Packers take
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Mixon with a first down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts,
gain of 9.
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
3-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked.
Intended
They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was brought down by
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Cousins. Green brings it in. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brian Poole.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down by
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Elliott, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Off the play fake. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Delaney Walker. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Once again, they run with Mixon. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Packers 10.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Stafford on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right there. 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Looking to throw. Mixon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
The Vikings 41-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Gain of 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Stafford down to throw. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Sold out there at the end with a dive to pick up the first.
Were you as surprised as I am that they actually ran the ball there?
Yeah, I thought they might throw it.
Me too, but instead, they went old-fashioned, ran the football, and he made that call correct with that dive at the end.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Set, 180. Check, 55, alert. 55, Mike, guys, 55.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 44 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Room to run again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
For the point after.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Looking downfield for Jones. And some room to roam now. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
Joe Mixon.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford, his throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A handoff to Mixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Back to Mixon on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they got to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's a give to Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 4th down, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Vikings, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
But you gon' get through it. I can help with it. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteemed. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed.